Hi again guys, I'm back with another unboxing for my latest order from Champions Cube Store, and I believe this is the last one in this box. It is indeed. So this is, it looks like it's in a crazy Megaminx box, but it's not a crazy Megaminx. Well, at least that's not what I ordered, but I can see through the box that that's not what it is. And it's already stickered. I've seen these come unstickered. For some reason they only put one of the little Jupiter stickers on there, so I've still got another one of them. It's actually the first time I've seen one of these come where this Megaminx box isn't completely squashed. But yeah, here we go, the Bermudaminx. This is the Jupiter version. I bought this one for no particular reason. I couldn't find anything really about which ones were difficult and which ones weren't, so I just kind of went at random pretty much about deciding which one I was going to buy. So got to figure out what turns. Okay, I can turn that side. So let's see, what can I actually turn straight out of the box as it is. Can't turn white, can't turn blue, red turns, can't turn green, can't turn purple, can't turn yellow, grey turns, not green, not pink, not light yellow, not light blue, and not orange. So what have I got? I've got two faces that will turn right now, the red and the grey. So the others, you can see straight. Well, I can see why the white face won't turn, of course, because this purple one's blocking it. But of course, I can't turn the purple one as yet, because the blue one's blocking it. But I can't turn the blue one yet, because the grey one's blocking it. So let's turn the grey one, which means it's there. Can I turn the blue one now? No, because the yellow one's blocking it. But can't turn the yellow one because the red's blocking, so let's turn the red for there. I should, so yeah, I can now turn the yellow one. So I should then be able to turn the blue one, yep. And so now I should be able to turn the purple one, yep. And now I can finally turn the white one. All that just to be able to turn the white one. That's mad, wow. So let's just put this back and not scramble it up just yet, because I want to have a bit of a better look at it before I scramble it. And there's a bit of catching there, which if you saw my Bermuda cube unboxing, there was a lot of in that one as well. But yeah, it's very interesting. I suspect this is going to be rather difficult to solve, because I didn't realise just how much bandaging there was going to be on these. Now what you've got four different face types. You've got what you call a regular face, which is like this white face, where you've just got your corners, edges, all the way around. You've then got these, I suppose it's kind of like a fisher cube, but transformed to a Megaminx type face, which is like this grey face. So nothing will turn until you kind of half turn this face, because then you get the curve of the cut lined up with the pieces on the faces around it. And pink doesn't go. What turns there? Blue. Nope. So yeah, that's right, I need to turn red as well, and then yellow will turn. Yeah, I feel it's going to need a little bit of breaking in, but it feels decent quality, so that's not going to be an issue. Big bubble on that sticker there, that's a bit annoying. But yeah, so the fisher type faces, you have to have half, I was going to say half turn, but obviously it's not 180 degrees, it's halfway between a regular turn. There's some overhanging plastic there on those pieces, which, oh I see, it's the sharp edge of these kind of wedge pieces, so it's not what I was thinking. I thought it was kind of a sharp piece of flashing left over, which it actually sort of is, because that piece hasn't got it, but that piece has. But anyway, so as I was saying, you've got these fisher style faces that need to be turned like that before things can turn. You've got these, for example, like the yellow face, we've got like kind of a trapezoid centerpiece, which you can see the way the centerpiece comes up here, that is blocking a turn on the blue face. So even if I turn the grey face into the right position for the blue face to turn, it can turn all the way around there. It's fine, but you get to there and it can't, so obviously you need the yellow face rotated slightly before you can turn. the light blue face, so you need to turn it to there, and then the light blue face. Yep, that should turn, I think. Yeah, there we go. A bit of breaking out. There you go. I can feel whatever needed to wear away has now worn away. Turning better. So yeah, this is going to be a very interesting solve. I suspect it's going to be rather difficult, but it's let's see what's blocking the blue. So let's turn the yellow to there, blue to there. So I'll just try to figure out how I can turn the purple. Yep, so that now turns, and the slight turn on the purple should let me turn the white. So yeah, it's almost like you having to solve everything in a kind of unsolved way, if that makes sense. It's sort of like the ghost cube fashion, where to be able to turn the white, I've got to have half what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 other faces turned before I can turn the white face. So that's kind of quite crazy, isn't it? You know, that's going to be quite difficult to figure out. Yeah, very much both terrified and looking forward to it at the same time. So look, I think we'll dive in, give it a scramble and see where it leads us. And I do apologise for my neighbour's annoying dog barking in the background. Why won't that turn? Ah, that is still there. I can't believe I'm scrambling this thing without having a bit more of a look at it to figure out what I can do where. Wow, what's not turning now? God, this is going to be so difficult. Just figuring out how to turn each face is a bit of a nightmare. Oh, good grief. So you turn that, then that, then that. Just turn one face. I'm going to turn 3 other faces to make it turnable. That is just insane. I can't imagine how difficult this thing is going to be to solve. I'm quite terrified now, actually, of what this is going to be like. Oh well. That's the whole fun of this insane hobby. It is to find things that are difficult to solve, isn't it? What else we got? We're starting to get into a scrambled state. So I want to turn the yellow, so I need that purple there. Something like that down there. This blue needs to remove these 2 light yellow pieces. Need to split up. So yeah, you can see what I'm trying to do to scramble it, just basically get every piece away from its neighbour at the moment. Because there's so much bandaging, it'd be quite easy to leave some behind that weren't split up from their neighbours, so to speak. So blue needs to turn, purple needs to turn for blue. Actually, let's do these purple ones. You can get one a face that turns easily, and then it'll be easy to split them up. Oh, this is crazy. This is so mad. So well designed. The original idea, if I remember right, was by Trifum. If I remember rightly, he first... I don't know if it was his idea, but he was the first one to make one on the Twisted Puzzles forum before Dayan ever came along and decided to mass produce it. But since their Bermuda cubes were kind of the inspiration for trying to make a Bermuda Megaminx, then I suppose they can be forgiven for that. Oh, this is so crazy. Every time you want to turn face, you've got to figure out which faces to turn to make it happen. Why can't I turn yellow? Why won't you turn? That should turn. Ah, I thought so. Good grief. So blue. That should turn. Yep. Orange needs green rotated. Wow. This is mad, it really is. I know I keep going on about it, but this is just absolutely crazy. Where are we? Are we about scrambled? Got these two grey ones here. Let's just do something about those. You know, what a different face. Just split them up. There we go. What else we got to worry about there? I think we are. Yep. I think I'm going to call that scramble for now, guys. I'll go away and I'll play with it for a while. I can't guarantee I'm going to solve this one quickly, so I'll probably upload this video just as an unboxing rather than a review, and I'll get back to you later on when I've had more chance to play with it. Alright then, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Take care now. Bye. So I've got this solved now. A couple of things to know to begin with. First of all, there's a few of the stickers. It's only been solved once, but a few of the stickers are chipping and peeling, which is rather disappointing. I don't know how well this is going to show up on the camera, but let me just move my light a bit closer to try and get a better angle. You can see that this is, it's not major or anything, but this yellow sticker here has got a bit of a chip in it. This white sticker here is peeling. There's one on the purple face, I believe, that's starting to peel. Oh yeah, just only a tiny bit, but just a tiny bit of that small triangle there. So this is a bit disappointing. There's a few other stickers you can feel that they're not quite right, which is rather disappointing. And a few of them aren't very particularly well placed either, like this blue triangles on this face, and so that's a bit disappointing. Turning quality wise, the puzzle is good. It's I've never had any real pops or catches or anything, but it's slightly stiff to turn. I've put a little bit of Maralube in it. That's improved things, but you're not going to be speed solving this anyway. But it's just slightly stiff. It's not terrible. It's not catching or popping or anything like that, but it's just slightly stiff overall. Solving wise, it is quite difficult. It's not hugely challenging. If you can solve a Megaminx, you can solve this, but you're going to have to come up with creative ways of doing it. All your Megaminx algorithms and things can be used on this, but as I said, you're going to have to figure out creative ways to insert pieces that just won't work on this the way they would on a Megaminx, just simply because of the face blocking, because you can only turn a few faces at a time. I know I showed this in the original unboxing, but things like from its solved state, if I want to turn the white face, I've actually got to turn the grey face, then the yellow, and the red face, sorry, then the yellow face, and the blue face, and the purple face, and then I can finally turn the white face. So every time I want to turn the white face, I've got to do all those setup moves to be able to do so. Now there were a few things I figured out towards the end of the solve. I don't want to go into too much detail here because this isn't a solve video or anything. I don't want to provide any spoilers in this video, really. But there's a couple of things that I did figure out eventually that helped make things a little bit easier with setup moves, so there weren't quite so many involved. Now when I first started solving it, I started from the wrong place, as it turned out. There's a better way to, again, I don't want to provide any real spoilers in this video, but there's a certain face that's best to be the one you leave till last and things like that, which takes a little bit of figuring out how to do what that's going to be as well. The first couple of times I got close to solving it, I messed it up. I went onto the final face of the puzzle, and I did all the setup moves, and I tried more setup moves to do a certain algorithm, and forgot all my setup moves and half scrambled it, tried to fix it all again, got back to the same point and managed to do exactly the same thing again. I was quite pissed off with myself at that point. And then I finally got to the point where I thought the puzzle was finally solved, did the last algorithm, and there's just 2 corner pieces swapped. Now that should be impossible, so basically it's a parity situation. I had a look around and figured out what I thought was causing the parity error, and fixed that, and it turned out I was right. So today, finally, the puzzle was solved. Now I imagine I played with this probably 5 or 6 hours to go from scrambled to solved. It might even be slightly longer than that. But there was never a point I was getting incredibly frustrated with it, in that I always felt I was moving towards a solution, so I never felt that it was too difficult for me or anything like that. So it was very, very enjoyable to solve. As I say, I always felt like I was learning and moving towards a solution, so that makes things a lot better when you're tackling what is quite a challenging puzzle, I think. But as long as you are making progress, then things are fun, as far as I'm concerned. It's when I get stuck and can't make any progress at all, that's when things become frustrating and not fun, as far as I'm concerned anyway. So yeah, this is a huge amount of fun. I've actually ordered 2 more of these puzzles just because I enjoyed this one so much, so they're on the way to me right now. This has definitely quickly become one of my favourite puzzles, even though I've only solved it once so far. It will be solved more times without any doubt whatsoever. I really thoroughly enjoyed solving it. And you discovered, as I said, a couple of things towards the end of the solve this final time that should make things a little bit easier on the next solve as well. So yeah, I definitely recommend this puzzle. I know it's quite pricey considering it's basically a Megaminx, but there are some weird things with it, which makes probably more expensive to manufacture. Things like you've got many more different shapes, pieces, whereas on a regular Megaminx you've only got edges and corners. They so they don't need to create as many molds as they do for this kind of puzzle. So that's one of the reasons it's going to be a lot more expensive, because you've got, well, see, we've got 4 different types of centres with the 2 different. You've got the Fisher type and the regular type. They might be the same actually, but then you've got the 2 trapezoid pieces. Sorry, the parallelogram and the kind of trapezoid piece, and then you've got 3 different kinds of corners, if I think rightly, and 2 or 3 different types of edges. And obviously the manufacturing process is going to be slower, and the stickering because of all the different shapes. So yeah, while they are a bit pricey by Megaminx terms, I think it's still a not unreasonable amount of money to pay, especially given the fun and challenge I found from this puzzle. Alright then guys, I think that's about it for this video. Once again, I definitely recommend these puzzles if you're interested in this kind of thing. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.